Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13 on my way to work on my Thursday, your Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. If you're working today, if you're off, whatever it is that you're doing, hey, have a blessed day. It is raining here. It is coming down. Windshield wipers going, putting the test to the S8 Plus. My Huawei Mate 9, LG G6, LG V20 in these situations really do well. Focus hunting, going out of focus for a period of time, coming back in, not going on with my Huawei Mate 9, the LG G6, and the LG V20. I have had a bit of struggle with my S8 Plus when it comes to a bit of focus hunting here and there, and going out of focus for a period of time and then coming back in. Struggling just a bit. For me, I'm thinking it's a software issue. And hopefully Samsung can fix that. I really do, because there's so much potential on this device when it comes to the cameras, shooting video and taking pics. The pic part of it, that's phenomenal. And shooting video, everything looks beautiful. It's just that bit of focus hunting that I'm not struggling with my other three devices that I really depend on shooting video. We're gonna hit some bumpy road right here. Again, I do have the optical image stabilization on, so hopefully that helped out a bit there as well. So let me know what you're seeing. I have to pay attention to the road when it's raining like this. Even more so, I should say. Now, I ran into an issue last night, and you know what? I don't really talk a lot about negativity when it comes to smartphones that I bring in. I'm usually really hyped. I'm usually really just over enthused, and usually that follows through with having an awesome time and using the devices that I bring in and bringing them to you as I review them. Every once in a while there's a device that I'm having a great time with, but I'm running into issues in other areas that can become the determining factor on whether I keep a device or not. And I've already talked about for me using a device as my go-to device when it comes to creating content for the team here, the channel, my Project 13. And my main daily driver in that area right now is my LG V20. That is my go-to device. It used to be my Samsung Galaxy J7. I no longer have that device. My son has it. But since then, I've been very fortunate to pick up a great device. For me, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, but for me, the LG V20 has been that go-to device when it comes to creating content. And that's what I was hoping that the S8 Plus would end up being for me as well, especially at 850 smacks. Well, last night, I downloaded the dual camera mode feature. Within the camera area, when you're in there, if you swipe over to the left, it'll give you options to shoot in time-lapse, slow-mo, panorama. And the upper right-hand corner, it's going to give you an option to download other features. And one of those features is dual camera mode. That dual camera feature, which is really cool because it allows you also to shoot video with a split screen. So you'll see me and you'll see outside my car windshield when I'm car vlogging, in situations like that. So, I downloaded it and was playing around with it, and then my device shut off. And I could not turn it back on, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Now, the other issues I talked about, I can somewhat deal with, and I don't know, we'll see how that goes. But I didn't know at the time, last night, when I downloaded this feature, and I tried using it, it went out on me. The whole device just shut down. And I couldn't get it turned back on. And after about 3 minutes, I just kept pressing the power button and it came back on. I put in my pattern, got in, and I didn't mess around with it anymore. Now this morning, I thought about that, so I went to go into that feature again, and my device, my S8 Plus, shut off again. So If you have been using the dual camera mode feature on your Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, I don't know about the S8, but if you have that, you can try it. Download that feature and see if that happens to you. If you are using it, has it happened to you? And if not, great. I could just have a device, yeah, it happens once in a great while, that may just have its own personal issues, which then means that I would have to return it and get another one. I don't really want to go through that process. So I can already see at the red light that the S8 Plus is struggling with the windshield wipers going back and forth. So, and you know, there are so many great areas on this device, but yet I'm struggling with a few others that are becoming issues, really big issues for me. And this now has nothing to do with the Bixby conversation. That issue is fixed because of the remapping options that I have. Okay, for me, that's not even a big deal anymore. Okay, but for me, with a device for 850 smacks that I depend on to shoot video for my channel, for your channel, for all of us, so you can see the content that I'm putting out without any distractions. It's bothering me, and the more I think about it, the more I'm getting irritated with it. And now I'm sharing my frustration. So I'm sort of ranting now, and it's not where I wanted to go with this, but when you joined this team, what you wanted was honesty, integrity. And I'm a hyped up person. So when I'm excited, I'm hyped. When it's all positive, I'm hyped. And when it's not so good, in certain areas, when it comes to smartphones, that's mainly what I cover here. I'm just as hyped on a downward emotional part of who I am. I get really like, oh man, are you kidding me? I take it really serious, man. It's you know, disheartening for me to just say, are you kidding me, man? You're such a great device, and to have areas that you are struggling like this that are so important to me, it's almost like I take it personal, because they become a part of me. These devices, they become a part of me. They're an extension of me, of what I use every day in my daily life. And to have to feel that way really just doesn't set well with me, if that makes any sense. Trying to find the right words to express and how I'm feeling right now about a device that has so much going on, but yet not meeting the areas that I need. And to have my device turn off twice in just using a feature in the camera area, and have to struggle with that's not good. At this point, I cannot depend on my S8 Plus to be my go-to device when shooting video for all of you. At this point in the game, yeah, and again, it may be just my device. So I'm gonna need your help, gonna need your feedback, and please hear me. This is just from my side of it, and I'm sharing this with you so you can check out your devices to make sure everything's functionally right. If it is, cool, thumbs up. I'm super stoked for you. But for me, it's not. So please, when you watch this video and you hear me talking about all of this, I'm not knocking the Samsung Galaxy S8 or the S8 Plus. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying, for me, I'm having issues, and I want you to make sure you're not. If everything's cool, you let me know. Go on with your life and love your device and use your device and be stoked with it. But for me, I think at this point, it may be just my device. I don't know. And I may have to call T-Mobile and exchange, or reconsider the whole situation to begin with. And I have a couple days coming up that I'm going to be off, that I wanted to do some comparisons with the Mate 9 as well. and hopefully the S7 Edge if I can borrow my wife's S7 Edge. So that's where we're at. So, let me know what you think of this video. The quality, while it's raining, windshield wipers going, a lot of action. So I would expect a lot of devices to struggle in these type of situations. Again, I don't get that from my Huawei Mate 9, my LG G6, and my LG V20. They're, when it comes to shooting video in rough weather and a lot going on out there while I'm vlogging, where I really depend on a device, those three devices work awesome. My J7 as well worked really well in those situations. So, hey, man, yeah, it's, you know, I'm thinking sometimes, should I even share this content? Yeah, because if I'm going to be honest, I got to share my experiences. This is what this is all about, man. It's not holding it back. It's letting you know whether it's going on for you or not. If it is for me, that's what, you know, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. It's like battery life. When I'm getting killer battery life and you're not, you're like, well, why are you and I'm not? Well, because again, it's through my experience. It's what I do. It has nothing really to do for you. It just gives you an overview on conversations about those areas to kind of look, and then you have to just inject what you do. You know, you play video games 24/7. You're not going to get battery life. And I'm just throwing that as an example. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's a long video. I'm almost to work. Have a blessed day. Thanks for listening. Just when you bring in a device that costs, whether it's $100 or $1,000, check out all the functionality. Again, you're going to be able to make choices and give up some areas on a device depending on how much you pay, you're willing to sacrifice. But $850, there's not a lot I'm willing to sacrifice. Let me say that again. For $850, there's not a lot at all that I'm willing to sacrifice. So, I need my devices to work for me, for the team, when it comes to creating content. Especially 850 smacks. All right, everybody, I'm out. Peace. Have a great day. That's it, man. I gotta have some coffee. Woo! That's some good coffee.